Start. Hello everyone. So we are going to the last topic of trigonometry, about trigonometric equations. So first of all, we have come across all the trigonometric functions so far, and what are the relation between each other, everything we have understood. Now moving on to the combination of these trigonometric functions along with the variable. Okay, that means trigonometric functions of a variable and writing in the form of an equation is called as a trigonometric equation. Simple as that. Right? Name itself tells trigonometric functions written in the form of an equation is called as trigonometric equations. That is, suppose look at it. Sin x is equal to sin y. X and y are the variables. Correct? If I write only these are the two trigonometric functions. Sin x is a trigonometric function. Sin y is a trigonometric function. I am equating those two in order to find out the value of x and y. Okay? Solve for the variable, to finding out the value of a variable, and then equating in the form of an equation is nothing but trigonometric equations. Okay? So this is one example. Then one more example also I can give you in this, that is 2 sin x is equal to cos x. Here it is only one variable, here there are two variables. Just a rough example I gave you. We will come across many more things based on that topic that I will be more clear. Okay? So next topic I want you all need to know about is something called as principal solutions. The word principal itself is very prominent, which means major solutions or main solutions. Understood? Principal, you know what is the meaning of principal? Main, important, a good at the head of the department, like that. So in the same way, the important solutions of a trigonometric equations are called as principal solutions, which means the solutions of a trigonometric functions for angles ranging from 0 to 2 pi. Why particularly 0 to 2 pi? That is the question which will strike your mind. Why particularly? Because suppose you see this is ranging from 0 to pi by 2. Correct? No? Pi by 2 is 90. 0 to 90, that is pi by 2. Now we will go on indicating in the terms of radians itself. So 0 to pi by 2. Then again here we will end to pi. Then it will be 2 pi by 2. Sorry, not 2 by 2. 3 pi by 2. Correct? Then it will be 2 pi. Yes, sir. That means one full rotation of all the values of trigonometric function. Understood? Why it is 0 to 2 pi? Because all the four quadrants, or maybe one full rotation of all the values is nothing but a principal trigonometry. That is principal solution. All the solutions ranging from 30, 60, 90, then like that, all these values. Okay, all these values at a particular angle is called as principal solution. Why not more than 2 pi called as a principal solution? That is another question. Why? Because whatever the values after 2 pi comes now, it will repeat those values which has already occurred in one rotation. Which means this sin 30 will be same as sin 210. Understood? 210 is nothing but, sorry, not 210, 360 plus 30, 390, I think, correct? So 390, that is, this is 360 degree, 2 pi. 2 pi plus pi by 6. That will have the same value as that of sin pi by 6. Understood? So that is what I mean. One full rotation, the values will keep on changing from 0 to 2 pi. The remaining values will go on repeating itself. That is why the first rotation one value is called as a principal solution of trigonometric function. Here, so these are the solutions of trigonometric equations for any angles ranging from 0 to 2 pi. Such trigonometric solutions or values for x is called as principal solutions. Okay? Then the expression which will give all the solutions of a trigonometric equation is called as a general solution. It's a name, general, normal. Like any equation which gives a series of values is called as general equation. It's the same way it is going to be expression which gives all the solution for a trigonometric equation is called as general solution of that trigonometric function. Okay, we'll come across these things while I am teaching you all. When we solve the problems, this as well as the exercise ones, you will come to know. Okay. Next, moving on to one example sum based on principal solution. In the example number 1, which is there in your textbook as well, I will display that question in the video. So in this one, example number 1, they are giving that the sin x value is equal to root 3 by 2. They have given this value, sin x is equal to root 3 by 2, and expecting you to find the value of x. Not just the value of x, If it was just the value of 6, I would have stopped it here at finding out x. They are asking you to find the principal solutions of x. Principal solution of this trigonometric equation, which means all the possible values ranging from 0 to 2 pi of x. Clear? So that is the question. So first I will do it as a normal problem. Root 3 by 2, I can write it as sine of 60, that is pi by 3. Okay, then x, when I compare each other, x is nothing but pi by 3, that is 60 degree. Over. One solution is done. But your question was to find out principal solutions. Plural. So in that, I will go to the next level, that is sine of pi minus pi by 3. Pi minus pi by 3, that will be in the positive quadrant. See what and all happens. So where and all these values are possible is my question. So one thing, first quadrant is obviously there because sign is positive and all the other things are. In the second quadrant also sign is positive. Correct or not? So that's why I will look into the second quadrant. The second quadrant pattern is 180 minus of any angle, which means pi minus of any angle. Clear? So this root 3 by 2 can also be written as pi minus of pi by 2. Agree or not? Or we can simply imagine this as this pi by 3 is there, no? You are splitting and writing it as pi minus pi by 2. That is second quadrant pattern. That pi minus pi by 3 also will have root 3 by 2 value itself. Agree or not? Pi minus pi by 3 is sin pi by 3 itself. Why? Because sin of pi minus of any angle is equal to sin of that angle. Agree or not? So this sin pi by 3 I am writing it as sin of pi minus pi by 3. That is in the second quadrant. After that, I will take out the LCM of this 3 and 3 pi minus pi. After that it will become 2 pi by 3. Then I understood that x has another value 2 pi by 3. 2 pi by 3 is 120 degree. Correct or not? So 60 degree also has the same value root 3 by 2. 120 degree also has root 3 by 2. So I have another solution for x, that is 2 pi by 3. Okay? So we have found out two angles for which this value will be satisfied. Now, can we find, because our range is still there, that is from pi to 3 pi by 2 also I can do, then from this to this also I can do, but we already know sign is negative in these two things. We will not get this value. We might get minus root 3 by 2. We will not get less root 3 by 2 because sign is negative in both the quadrants. Yes or no? Understand this inside topic of this one. Just by looking at the question itself, we can understand which are the quadrants you need to consider. If it is positive, and what if it was negative? You will just consider these two. Forget about these two quadrants. Clear? Understood? So these two are the principal values of our principal solutions for our equation given. Clear? So these two are the only values which will satisfy this question between 0 to 2 pi. Understood now? Clear? That one. Then second example I will tell you, it will be more clear. Tan is minus of 1 by root 3. Tan is negative. Which are the quadrants? Tan is negative in this one and this one, right? This it is positive. Here it is negative and negative. Here it is positive. Here it is positive. Correct. First quadrant everything is positive. Tan is positive in fourth quadrant. Agree or not? Third quadrant. Sorry, then I have done this. It is positive in third quadrant. Cos is negative. So this will be only these two quadrants are the ones which you need to look into. So then over here, tan I will take it as a normal function like that. So tan of second quadrant I want. First quadrant I should not write. So second quadrant pattern is pi minus whatever angle. Root 3 by 2, 1 by root 3 is tan 30, that is pi by 6. Correct? That is for this minus 1 by root 3 is nothing but tan of pi minus pi by 6. Agree or not? Now over. X value is what then? X is equal to pi minus pi by 6. Actually I can take LCM here only and then equate that. That's all right over here. Like that also you can do or like that also. So anyhow, I will do it that way but it will not confuse you. So here it will be how much? Tan of 6 is the LCM 6 pi minus pi. It will be tan of 5 pi by 6 is equal to tan x. So x is equal to 5 pi by 6 is one solution. Done? Next, I need to find the second position solution, that is in the fourth quadrant. What is the pattern for fourth quadrant? If I have to write something in the fourth quadrant, it would be 2 pi minus of that angle. Agree or not? So 2 pi minus of sin pi. Correct. That's what I did over here also in the second quadrant. Pi minus something. So here it will be 2 pi minus, since I want it in the fourth quadrant. Sorry, fourth quadrant, not third quadrant. So in that fourth quadrant pattern is 2 pi minus 5 by 6. So I take the LCM of that as well. 6 and this will become 12 pi minus tan 11 pi by 6. That is tan x. Therefore another value for x is 11 pi by. So these two are the principal solutions for tan x is equal to minus 1 by root 3. Clear? Actually, you could have done it in all the four quadrants, but these two quadrants, if you do it, is a waste of time because you know it is a positive value and we need a negative value. Clear? This makes the sum much better. And from these observations, these two observations, and just generally think, forget about these two observations, generally you think sine of x is equal to 0. For what values of x is be sine is 0? 1 is 0. Okay? 1 is sine 180. That is sine pi. Okay? Then any multiple of pi, sine will be 0 itself. That means any multiple of pi, 2 pi, 3 pi, 4 pi, 6 pi, 7 pi, every multiple of pi is going to be 0. Understood? Which means the general value, general solution for sine is x is equal to n into pi, where n belongs to integers. Understood? Any value of n, like 1 by 2, 3 by 2, anything, or any multiple of pi, not 1 by 2, integers is like this one z. So any multiple of pi will be equal to 0 for sine. Like that only, cos is equal to 0. It starts from pi by 2. Correct or not? Pi by 2. Then 2 pi, it will not be 0. That is 2 pi is 360. Sine cos 360 is not 0. But 3 pi by 2 will be 0. Understood? 4 pi is not 0. 5 pi is 0. Which shows that it is going to be the odd multiple of 90 or odd multiple of pi by 2. So odd number has a pattern 2n plus 1. Even number is 2n. Plus 1, if you do, it becomes odd number. This is a pattern for odd number. Odd multiple of pi by 2, for that cos x will be always 0. If the x is odd multiple of pi by 2, cos value will always be 0. So this is the general formula for these things. Okay, roughly you note this one down, and deriving this is the next one. That is theorem we have. We will derive that and understand how to move on with the next problem. Note it down.